Shabbat Shalom. First and foremost, going to give all glory, honor, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors are going out to the venerable apostles of the great millstone, along with the elders who rule well. Salutations, peace, and blessings to the Bayafta Wadah, which is the house of David, the elect. I'm Shamar Ahmath. Again, it is a Sabbath, first day of the 7th month, which is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. All right. A high day. You can go into Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, and read verses 24 and 25. You can also go into the book of Numbers, the 10th chapter, verses 1 through 10. To read up on the on this high day. And basically, hey, look, the Lord gave you Israelites, all right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners. He gave you holy days, Kodash days for you to observe. This is the 4th day out of the 7 high days referenced in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. But tragically speaking, as a man, 2/3 of our people, what are they doing on a Friday night? I'll tell you what they're doing. They're getting fall down drunk, getting high, committing adultery, doing all manner of wickedness. Meanwhile, here it is. Their society is collapsing all around them, but they've chosen the way of the heathen, and it was ordained that they would do that. There has to be, the 2/3. The 2/3, have rejected, this word, have rejected the testimony of the prophets. All right, have rejected Yahweh Shai, have rejected His heavenly Father, Yahweh. All right, and they have to be put to death, man. They have to feel death by pain. And they're going to be cut off and die over here, man, pursuant to Zechariah, the 13th chapter, and the 8th verse. That's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. So yeah, a matter of fact, Shalakia. This is Psalms 81st chapter, verse 3. Then it reads, "Blow up the trumpet in the new moon." Again, we're in a new moon right now, all right? The new month, okay, first day of the 7th month, and we're blowing the trumpet. Now, we're not literally blowing a trumpet. How are we blowing up the trumpet? By prophesying, by preaching, man. All right, we're sounding the alarm by warning you lambs, the lambs of Yahweh Bashem outside, that great destruction is coming, man. All right, as it's all spiritual now. It says, blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed, on our solemn feast day. All right, verse 4, for this was a statute for Israel. So who's this a statute for? Everyone, vocab alone? No, just you Israelites, man. Just you sons of Yasharallah. It says, and a law of the God or power of Jacob. Right, because the God of this Bible, the power of this universe is the power of Jacob. All right, Jacob representing, all right, you tribes, man. Okay? And this book isn't for everyone. Now, you've had these Roman Catholics, all right, these damn heretics, universalize this book. Okay? But this book was written to the Israelites, man. All right? Period. All right? So what are we doing tonight? And what are we doing every day? We're blowing up the trumpet, man. Especially tonight. All right? On a high day. Spiritually, we're warning you. There's a lot of things going down in this earth, and it's hard. It's been hard to keep up, But I mean, what's been hot and heavy in the news lately? The Karagma, the C-Hip, right? The MOTB. That's all in the news. It's in the mainstream news. It's on CNN. I seen a brother Salakia. I don't know what camp he's in. Great Millstone. I don't know if he's in Jamaica. And forgive me, Salakia, but he put up a video today, earlier today, talking about the Charagma being mentioned on CNN. I mean, how much longer can you keep calling us conspiracy theorists? So you got that hot and heavy in the news. We're literally minutes away, from Amos chapter 8 verses 11 through 13 coming to pass, being fulfilled. The famine of hearing the words of Yahweh Basem Yahushai. And this word is out, man. You people, hey, at this point, I mean, just to be blunt, fuck y'all, because this word has gone out. You've had the elder apostles laboring, bringing this information out, preaching, prophesying, blowing the trumpet for over 3 decades now. I mean, and then you've had the men of the Lord, coming in after them, entering into their labors. We've been blowing the trumpet, putting this information out, telling you, warning you, man, that, cataclysmic events are on the horizon. I mean, the collapse of your society is imminent. They're getting ready to bring down the dollar. They're going to declare martial law. All hell's fixing to break loose. SHTF. And that's where we are, man. And again, hey, you got you got the majority of our nation out here, partying like it's 1999 out here, man. And even though the mirth is being sucked out of this place, they're still partying, man. Jake gonna party till the last seconds, man, till the nukes start coming down. That's just how our people are. It'll be just like it was in the ancient world, when it started to rain, how there's scoffers and mockers on the scene, and it started to rain, and then what? They wanted to beat on that ark, But the Most High only saved 8 souls alive back then, and this time, he gonna annihilate, you out of order Israelites, man. Only a third is gonna come through that fire. The 144,000 men from the 12 tribes and a remnant, consisting of men, women, and children who believed our report, pursuant to Isaiah the 53rd chapter. All right. So yeah, that's what we're doing tonight, and again, not just tonight, but especially on a new moon, right? We're blowing up the trumpet, man. All right. Now, you go to Revelation, 8th chapter, and you can read about the 7 angels. Salakia, Satan. You go to Revelation, the 8th chapter, and verse 6, and I'll read it. Revelation chapter 8 and verse 6. And the 7 angels which had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. Now you read on down, you read about wormwood, the contamination that's coming on the waters and on the, on the earth, and go into Revelation, the 9th chapter, and read about the nukes that are coming. And then, the last 3 angels in Revelation, the 9th chapter, being, or the last 3 trumpets, being, the 3 woes, World War I, World War II, and World War III, which the scripture says, the third woe cometh quickly, and that's true, man. I mean, look, Russia's over there, Gog and Magog's over there annihilating the Ukraine, and they're going to keep on going, because all those Soviet satellite states, like Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, okay, all those satellites that broke off from the old USSR, they're coming back to Russia, man. Russia's morphing back into that USSR powerhouse, okay? And again, you imbeciles over here, you have no fucking clue that's taking place right now. Especially if you're watching mainstream media. Hell, you think Ukraine's got a chance? Nah. Look, Russia is going to lead the charge against Babylon the Great, aka America. Go into Ezekiel the 38th chapter. All right, and again, all those Soviet satellite states that broke off and declared their independence, Putin is going and getting them back. They are coming back, man. All right, but anyway, all to say, that third woe is coming quickly. So you read about these 7 angels and the 7 trumpets. Well, let's read a few verses, see what we got. Then I'm gonna get some other scriptures, because what's gonna happen at the end? What's gonna accompany these end times cataclysmic events? Trumpet blasts, man. Trumpet blasts. All right. Revelation chapter 8, verse 6. Again, it says, "And the 7 angels which had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth. And the third part of the trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. And the second angel sounded, and as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea. And the third part of the sea became blood. And the third part of the creatures," verse 9, "which were in the sea and had life died. And the third part of the ships were destroyed." Now, it keeps talking about a third part. Here's what you got to remember or understand, okay? You have 3 classifications of men, okay? You have the sons of Yasharallah, right? The sons of Israel. Okay, you have the sons of men, which represents the nations. Okay, and then you have the sons of the wicked, and that's the Edomites, all right, so-called white men. Now, you go into Revelation, the 9th chapter. Hold on. Let's just do it. You go into Revelation 9. All right. And yeah. And this is going into, well, let me just read it. All right, Revelation chapter 9 and verse 13. It says, "And the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar which is before the Most High, saying to the 6th angel which had the trumpet, Loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men." All right, the third part of men is Esau. All right, the sons of the wicked. Okay, how are they going to be slain? All right, with these nukes, man. All right, John the Revelator said that he saw 200,000 horsemen. All right, those are the intercontinental ballistic missiles. So the third part of men is Esau, Edom. Everybody over here in America is going to be straight up lit, burned to a crisp. Okay, but then you're going to have other parts of the earth, that are hit, with nukes. For example, the Israeli state. Okay, them Amalekites over there, they're going to be dusted, man. They're going to be lit up. Okay, so yeah, man. But what's going on here? The angels blowing trumpets and all these judgments coming on the earth. This is the time we're in, man. See, we're telling you, we're telling you, this is what is getting ready to happen. I mean, hell, yesterday I did a video where you had the Prime Minister of France telling you great upheaval was coming to this place. Okay, in other words, he's telling you great tribulation is coming. Same thing the prophets, all right, told you was coming 1,000 years ago, and we're telling you now. All right, Lord willing, we're in, hey, the spirit of the prophets, subject to the prophets. We're back in our stead. We don't know who we are, but we're telling you the same thing they told you 1,000 years ago. Hey, calamity's coming to this earth, man. Destruction. And before the nukes come, all kinds of calamities are coming. The pestilences, the droughts. Apostle Ramlab went into how all these bodies of waters all these different various lakes and rivers are drying up. You know, a drought is upon her waters. You know, these lakes and rivers and streams. Hey man, the Most High is drying them up, man. You know, what is that going to lead to? Horrific famine. You know, so before the nukes come, you're gonna have, hey, look, you're gonna have poison food, poison water. The water and food are already contaminated, but it's gonna be on a greater level. You know, you're gonna have, contaminated water. You know, no food. You know, because without water, the water that is left is gonna be contaminated. But you need an abundance of water to grow food. So hey, all kinds of hell's coming, pestilences. You got this goddamn Donkey Kong shit now. You got other pestilences coming too, man. And this whole C-19, that ain't over yet. Now you got long the C-19. So you're gonna have famines. Just what Yahweh Shah said in Matthew 24 chapter: famines, pestilences, right? Earthquakes. Those things are going to go down before the news come, But again, the trumpets being blown, again, what's going to accompany these horrific end times events? Trumpet blasts, man. What about when the Lord returns? Let's well, you know what? Before I do that, let's go to Revelation 11. All right. And the seventh angel, in verse 15, Salakia, Revelation chapter 11, verse 15. And the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of the world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Hamashiach, his anointed, and he shall reign forever and ever. This is the Lord coming back and taking crowns, all right, and setting up the kingdom of heaven, okay? Hey, Yahweh Shah came as a man 2,000 years ago. He's coming back as an angelic powerhouse very soon. He's coming back with power and great glory, and he's snatching crowns off every ruler's head, and he's setting up the kingdom of heaven. No more fucking EU, Salakia for the language. No more EU. No more Parliament. No more Senate. Okay. It's gonna be the kingdom of heaven, man. And law, statute, commandments are going to go forth out of Zion. That's it, period. Okay? Now, when the Lord comes back, Slakia, this ain't going to be long. I'm going to wrap it up here in just a minute, Lord willing. When the Lord comes back, what's going to go down? It says, get right to the point, Matthew 24 chapter and verse 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a what? Trumpet. And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. The Lord's people are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. All right, in every direction, north, east, south, and west. All right. So the elect are going to be redeemed, man. All right, not all of Israel is going to be beamed up into the ships. All right, again, 2/3 have to feel death by pain. All right, but what's going to happen with the great sound of a what? A trumpet. All right. So when the Lord comes back, you're going to hear a great sound of a trumpet. Now, when the elect changed, all right, when the Slakia, I got to get 1 Corinthians. When the elect are changed, Lord willing, when the elect put on immortality, when this immortal puts on immortality, what's going to happen? Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 51. Behold, I shew you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. All right, this is the elect being beamed up, man. The scriptures talks about the dead and Hamashiach being raised up first. All right, those who died doing this work, all right, those who are dead in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, they're going to be raised up first, and then those who are alive, what? They're going to be caught up in the air, man, to meet the Lord in the air, pursuant to 1 Thessalonians the 4th chapter. to be changed, man. This mortal must put on immortality, man. But all this happens with what? With the sound of a trumpet. You know, we're in the in the memorial blowing of the trumpets right now. You know, the very first hours of this high day. You know, and not much more warning is going to go out. I mean, I can't even really, honestly speaking as a man, I don't know how much longer the Lord, which, the elites have their timetable, but it's all up to Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. Speaking as a man, I honestly don't see how we're still able to do this. But, we're going to keep, hey, Lord willing, we'll continue to, to sound the alarm, to blow the trumpet, until it's time to stop. But, hey, Lord willing, I don't want to desire you were edified by this quick lesson. With that, I want to say shalom.